Oh, what is it? About 5 o'clock. My little tripod. I told y'all I ain't sophisticated like Fluffy Mexicanic and Baja is. They got their whole YouTube set up at work. I'm just not there yet. Okay, I don't have it set up like that. But anyway, what's up? Y'all saw the title, right? All right, we're gonna talk about what do mechanics do, or what are mechanics? How about this? If you're a mechanic, what are you doing during slow times? All right. What I mean by slow time is dead. Okay. Well, that's what the title was talking about. That's what we're talking about on the title. I want to pull this up so I can see any potential comments. Now, a couple of things, guys. I want to warn, WARN. Want to warn warn you guys about, and that is having a hustle. Every mechanic should have a freaking hustle, right? So if you don't have a hustle, you're doing yourself a disservice. All right, you got to have some type of backup. If you do this for a living, meaning full time, okay. What's up, Grady? You got to have Tim Flannery first to like. That's what's up, man. Hey, hustles. We talking about hustles. What y'all doing when the freaking shop is dead? What I mean by dead is there is no customers. All right. Now, guys, this is not unusual for this time of the year, especially during an election year. Okay, so it's quite, I wouldn't say expected, but uh, mechanics should be used to this during this time of the year. If you do this day in, day out, you should be very familiar with these times of the year. Thank you, Tim Flannery. That's what's up, bro. I appreciate the donation, man. Noob. What do you mean by noob? What that mean? You ain't no noob, man. I've been calling your name for the longest. Uh, so, but I appreciate that donation, bro. Guys, listen, man. Hey. Hope you well, brother. Yes, I am well, Zian. Uh, Hustle mentality. All right, a couple of things mechanics can do. Turn on or to generate revenue in the times of slow times. Uh, Number one, break jobs, okay, to even strangers. I've seen guys hang out at Walmart or AutoZone parts store. Customers, especially females, go in there and buy brake pads, okay. In some cases, the mechanics are cool with the parts personnel. So when they get a sense, no work, IG home, or home, if it happens too often, new job, okay. Uh, a lot of mechanics that hang out at the parts store, and they will instruct the guys at the parts counter. If a lady come in buying brake pads and she like, I don't know who I'm gonna get to do them, that's when they team up and knock it out or pass on that information. So that is one way to do it. Okay. Another way is social media. There are many variable. There are a lot of options to generate revenue. I got the Death Six spiral going on, JT. What's wrong, man? What's Death Spiral? There's a lot of way to generate revenue streams via social media. All right. YouTube is technically social media, right? Yeah, so there's a lot of ways you can do it that way. A hustle mentality as far as AutoZone, or just word of mouth. Just, spread the word to your relatives that you work on cars. And a lot of people are always interested in saving money by dealing with a personal mechanic. All right. I lost the stream after donating. Oh, sorry about that, bro. I don't know if that was on my end or what. I got the Death Sparrow. Yeah, I don't know if that was on my end or not. So, my case in point is have a hustle put into place. Okay. Yes. So you got to have some type of way to generate this, man. Because we living in unexpected times. All right. You never know. Nothing is normal anymore. Yeah, that's true, man. Double tap the screen and feel good. Okay. Yeah, so you never know when anybody's gonna come in the shop anymore. What up? Give us a look at your what? Give us a look at your S on boxes. What that mean, bro? My tools? Are you trying to see my tools? There's nothing to run home about. Oh, give us a look at your snap-on boxes. Nah, bro. You don't want to see my. You talking about like a tool review? What's up, Jose? What's up, man? Jose Acosta. What's going on? Lakes Automotive Diagnosis. What's up, man? Lakes, how y'all doing out there, bro? Y'all staying busy, man. Keep them doors open. Keep them. You got good customer service. Good customer service will draw customers back to you. Okay. There are a few out there that's coming back, and they only want me to work on their car. Okay. So that is relationship I have grown with those particular customers. So always have a good repertoire when it comes to dealing with personal customers. Okay. Because you need it. All right. So, but for the most part, generating revenue when it's slow or dead at work. Because remember, guys, the bills don't stop. All right. Can we pray for the safety of Sean Kingston Brown? Oh, wow, he's in prison. Sean Kingston. Beautiful. Him? Sean Kingston in jail? Whoa, bro. S211. That's crazy, man. All right, hold tight. I got a phone call. You're live. Okay. Sorry about that. Got a phone call. Side hustles can be. I need a 2.7 motor for my charger. My daughter said, revive it. 2.7. You gonna try to revive a 2.7 all aluminum engine? Tim Flannery. Good luck, bro. However, it's doable. It's just how much money you want to spend to do it. All right. Poland. What's up, man? Martin was. Hi, I'm from Poland. Hey, man, I appreciate you tuning in, man. Global, man. That's the good thing about the internet. www.youtube.com. World Wide Web, guys. So, yeah. I appreciate you tuning in, bro. I can tell you this much. My toolbox is never fixed. The car, once yet, is useless. I wouldn't spend more than $5, but a 2 mega money. Okay. What's up, man? Naps. Riggers. What's up? So, that's all I wanted to touch on, bro. I wasn't going to be on here long. Y'all know me. I like to jump in and jump out until y'all start clowning with those, ridiculous questions. Sometimes y'all can get me strung out from time to time with these load up the Nissan and make some money. No, bro. The Nissan out in the garage. The shop garage. That thing, I need a tire. I'm having a hard time finding a 50 series wide tire. I gotta go to Walmart. I just haven't made time to do it. All right, yeah, I gotta get that thing back on the road. Runs like brand new. Y'all hiring, fam? No, you see the title of this video? All right, yeah, that apply to us. Can you fix my John Deere? No, I can't, bro. What's wrong with you? Chad from Maryland. Wife has a 3.6 Pentastar. Okay. Chad, what's up, man? Is it a dealership dead? Is a dealership dead, or are they going through some changes? Is a dealership dead? I'm talking from a shop standpoint, not so much of a dealership shop standpoint. I can tell you this much. Okay, yeah, I did that one. So yeah, shops in general, not dead, but they just slow. Today's Saturday. Nobody really bringing their car to work on Saturday, so you should expect this out of a weekend day. All right. Yes, you said 90K miles ago. People don't rebuild no more. I did use your video. I wanted to buy a reman motor. Where to go? Tim. Depends on how much money you want to spend. You want to go buy a reman motor? I mean, they always bragging on Jasper. So, I don't know. I mean, that 2.7 all aluminum engine is some risky stuff, but yeah, man. I said if you know for sure you want to hang on to it, go for it. All right, that's what's up. Well, putting that work in on a Saturday, I feel it. I went in early this month. Much love. That's what's up, Zay Will. I can fix a John Deere. Damn, you fix Alfa Romeo. If they come in the shop, thank you. Yeah. We work on whatever come in the shop. I told y'all we don't specialize, so if it's on the repair order and I'm called up to do such a repair order, I have to figure out some way somehow to fix every line on that ticket, on that RO. So guys, the days of specialty is gone, leaving. Okay, so you can't grow up to only want to do brake jobs anymore, or tune-ups, or I want to be a drivability tech. No, drivability and transmission symptoms are so similar to where you're forced to be both. Okay, nowadays you cannot be a engine guy and not be a engine performance guy. All right, they go hand in hand. Okay, you got to know that the engine is producing the proper amount of compression to understand why you're losing power. All right, so engine performance guy have to understand engine internals. Yeah, same go with transmission. Transmission and engine are so entwined or linked together, they becoming one. Okay? You can't be a transmission guy and not understand engine performance because they are linked. All right, I need a dyno. What the hell you gonna do with a dyno? Who's still doing five dynamometers? I think that's what that is. Yeah. So yeah, stop trying to specialize. Learn the whole freaking car from bumper to bumper, all the way through. All right. Hey guys, give the video a thumbs up. I think if you double tap your screen on those three dots, it would do just that. So, well, I'm a transmission specialist and a diagnostic technician, and well, I can tell you, sticking with those two to keep me busy enough. Yeah, they go hand in hand. Transmission and diagnosing. They go. Here's how they go hand in hand. The engine controllers or the PCMs now do both. Okay, powertrain control module or NGC, next generation controller. They control the PCM as well as the TCM. They're all one box. So if you replace a PCM, you're also replacing the same computer that controls your transmission. So you got to understand how that stuff operating to understand how they link so closely together. All right, but yeah, Rob, that's what's up, man. If you a transmission specialist, diagnostic can't be too far behind. I have a Pentastar engine with timing chain issues. My mechanic said it's better to get a new engine or sell the car. What's your thoughts? Pentastar with timing chain issue. What kind of timing chain issue? I got a video now I'm about to upload. I've changed my stance on when you should do timing chain or when I recommend them. Let me put it like that, okay? I had a Hemi in here, car almost 160,000 miles. I was doing a rear main seal. That same one on that shorts video. When I dropped the oil pan, pieces of the timing chain guide fell out. All right, timing change is gonna be a timing change. Okay, it may stretch a little bit, but I've never in my life seen a timing chain break. So I never had a mileage threshold when I suggest they get replaced because they just never break. It's the parts that's surrounding the timing chain that's in question. All right, the guides, the timing chain guides, they're plastic. All right, I highly suggest now. My stance has changed to 150,000 miles. You should get your timing chain and timing chain guides replaced. All right, what's up, WB? Appreciate that, man. WB, thanks for the donation. Why are you considering? Why your mechanic want to replace the engine? Because what's wrong with the timing? Is what I'm trying to say. Wait a minute. I missed some comments. I have a Pentastar engine and timing chain issue. Yeah, man. I don't know about that. Depends on what is, how many miles and if it's worth it. Are new Hondas as dependable as the older one? From my understanding, yes, or if not better. I've been hearing a lot of chatter about a lot of the Honda products, and people have nothing but good things to say. I mean, you're gonna have the one or two occasional with a problem, and those people are the loudest. You got to understand about these forums. Only people in the forums complaining and real loud are the ones with problems. You're never going to get good complaints in forums because they have nothing to complain about. So it's hard to judge a car's performance or reliability stance based off a forum. But from what I'm hearing, or from what I'm not hearing, let me put it that way, I'm not hearing a lot of chatter about negativity on that vehicle. So yeah, I would say yeah, man. I have a Pentastar engine with timing chain issue, my mechanic. Okay. Our fake mechanic, Kevin. What's up, man? Who's fake, Kevin? You're welcome to flex your mechanical muscles on YouTube if you want to. You know, ain't no sense being a hater troll like that, Kevin. You know, you want to troll, you're welcome to go somewhere else as well. Oklahoma Outlaws. Opinions on new Hyundais. It's extremely hard for me to give an opinion on a vehicle I have not driven or been exposed to. Let me put it like that. So I tend to withhold giving an opinion, especially if somebody on the verge of purchasing one. All right. So and over the years, I've grown to not indulge in such conversation until I have been exposed to one, driven one, get an understanding of one, a feel for one, things like that. So, yeah, I'm out the whole lot on that one, bro. I heard that the 3.6 was originally designed with 530 in mind, and the 520 was introduced for fuel economy. Yes, been hearing that a lot. Okay, the 520 seems to work. I mean, best for emission as well as the variable valve timer. You got to also keep in mind there's not much, very little difference between 5W20 and 5W30. Okay, but enough to whatever the engineers use when they testing these engines, testing things, whatever they can get the most productivity out of the engine while it's running. They got all their meters and they looking at numbers. Whichever oil viscosity or oil weight being used produce the best numbers. From that standpoint, that is the oil that they're going to recommend. So if you get the best performance based off a graph using 5W20, naturally, when it's all said and done, the engineer go, yep, we work best at 520. That's going to be the recommended oil used in this car. They're going to start printing all that on the oil cap and putting it in his manuals, owner's manuals, and things like that. So the word get out to the public. 3.6 Pentastar, this particular year, blah, 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 runs best off 5W20. But like I say, 530, not much of a difference. Okay. WB, thanks, bro. Like I said, I appreciate that. I don't want to get extremely behind on the comments. That is possible for an engine timing chain to have jumped one tooth on the crankshaft and no checking the light turns on. Not if it's a new car. The PCM monitors timing like crazy. You'll get a code like cam and crank misaligned timing or something like that. So I don't know what year you're speaking of, but the new cars don't play that. The lifters were replaced and the chain fell, and he's been struggling to fix the timing. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's hard for me to understand that because I know everything about it. It's hard for me to fathom how that's even possible to get wrong. You got marks, you got dots, you got arrows. All of those are used to properly time a engine. How is it possible to not get it right? All right, so I don't want to say nothing to offend your mechanic or you, but at the end of the day, I don't think that's the reason to trash your car or your engine. Even your mechanic may want to give somebody a call or get some suggestion or get another hand on it because, he may just have met his match. So it's hard to say, man. The Hemi plastic guy, that's what I'm talking about, Leroy Green. That '06, I pulled the oil pan, freaking guy, the black guy just fell out. I had to take her front timing cover off and do the whole new timing chain setup basically for nothing. She had to buy the part. I think my boss told her we'll eat the labor. Why do I got to eat the labor? Because if I put that car back together and something happened, we would have been blamed. So, yeah, it turned out to be a bad idea. Tire fund. What's the simplest maintenance one can do themselves without major tools? Oil change it. Tire rotation. Transmission service. You don't need to invest in a lot of anything to do those services, guys. All right, timing chain tensioners too. Yep. Where your shop located? I'm in Georgia, my friend. Timing chain tensioners must be. Yes, I highly recommend OEM on any of that stuff. I just lost a motor due to a failed tensioner. Damn, Tim. Not good, bro. Yeah, man. I'm OEM all the way myself, man. If I'm working on a Ford, damn it, I want Motorcraft parts. That's just how I am. All right. Timing chain tensioner must be. I got old school. I want to look at running through the car. Okay. Interesting. It's a 60K mile 27 journey. He rebuilt the timing chain. This is a 3.6 Pentastar, I'm assuming, system, and has replaced the okay, you saying phasers? This have to be. It must be a 3.6. And the cams, but one of the cams on the front end keeps jumping out of time. Is he doing all this without the timing cover off? So it may be as simple as going ahead on and removing the timing chain cover. And because this is a front wheel drive, that engine is sideways. That timing chain cover is a bitch to get out. Okay, but if he done lost track and finagle, he can't determine what top dead center at, the cover got to come off. Once you get the cover off, everything going, whoa, because you can see everything at that point. So it might be one of those things where you got to get that cover off to get it done right. All right. Yeah, 17 Journey. I love those. I got the first year of the Ram Classics when they came out in 19. It's got 5.7, 115,000 miles. And the only repair I've had to do is the front hubs. It does have the notorious exhaust. All right. What year? 19. They got the updated exhaust manifolds for those. It comes with a little reinforcement type thingy. So then women are easily. Yeah, so that's what you're gonna get if you go get that replaced, especially at a dealer. All right. 5.7 exhaust stud. The 1.8 2-liter and the 2.4 GDI are all trash. You think so? Bad Shroud 81. Oh, how did you come to that conclusion? I'm from Nigeria. Is there any way to be a mechanic in America? Yes, there's a way. Guys, I'm hearing a lot about this YouTube University School. I think that's where a lot of people are suggesting people, you don't know how to do something, just get on YouTube. YouTube can give off the wrong impression, guys. YouTube can have you believing you're a certified mechanic, right? Most of the videos on YouTube are intentionally set up to get views. So you got to be careful how you judge a video. Even my videos, I'm not going to lie, my sole purpose on a video is to get as many views as possible. So I might inject a weird phrase title to accumulate some attention to it. All right, and you may click on it and see something. I may be doing something. At the end of the day, is how many views can I get by doing this? So you gotta be careful with videos that's on YouTube. And you know, if you had a school-based YouTube channel and their sole goal is to train you or something, yeah, they'll be more specific. But from my experience, everybody on YouTube is trying to generate a revenue stream. I don't give a damn if they're a business or not. So this so-called YouTube University School that everybody talking about is nothing more than videos of people working on their cars. If you want to know somebody, nobody tends to go into depth on how to explain things. So you gotta be careful with that, bro. YouTube University, no. What's up, Michael Havoc? What's going on, man? All right, You Are Live has been reaching me all the way to my country to keep up with it. That's what's up, Nasro. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Thanks for the response. Also, what's the most amount of miles I've seen them? I've seen one 540. That was a van that I was working on. I actually cut a video on it. I might reinvent that video and put it back up. Thanks for the response. What's going on with the clutch recall for the? I did 2. What's going on? The vendors. All right, we can't blame Jeep or whoever the vehicle in question. We can't blame the car maker for this. It's the vendors that they chose to use supplied them with some questionable parts. All right, those recalls are not fun. You got to take the manual transmission out, put in a whole new clutch. But the problem with that is a lot of them are breaking before the recalls are done. So you can't get the notice out fast enough. You know you can impress somebody a whole lot sooner or quicker by letting them know that there's a potential problem on their car. You need to bring it in. They'll bring it in, as opposed to they not know when their car break down. Now they're forced to bring it in. They're even more upset. So the goal is to get those people notarized ASAP, get them in, let's get it fixed. But yeah, I hate those recalls, but somebody's got to do them. In my country, if you are a mechanic, you need to fix whatever come in. Oh my goodness, that's what's up, KL Rebuild. Yeah, appreciate you tuning in, bro. Got a 2020 Toyota Camry 2.5. Is that a good choice? Very good choice from the standpoint of reliability, I want to say. Okay, yes, I'm a realist. Okay, I understand. Even though I work for a different brand or I know a lot about a certain brand. I'm a realist, and I realize that Toyota and Lexus create some of the most reliable vehicles out. All right, but I'm also a mechanic, so I don't focus a lot. Well, my attention span is not on reliability. A lot of my attention span is on repairing whatever is broke on your car. So you may get a biased answer out of me as far as, hey, you think this car is good? This car is good. I'm on the repair side of things. I do not get upset when a car is broke. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. I'm a realist again. So as far as reliability type questions, there's a lot of people on YouTube that offer their opinions on such, and I'm one of them. I would give you my opinion. So, but yeah, that car, you made a wise choice, bro, my guy. Very good choice. I gotta get on. Okay, I may take it to a different shop. Yeah, don't hurt buddy feelings. Just gradually, you know what I'm saying. It might. Everybody's not familiar with every engine. You could be a general line mechanic like Lakes Automotive. Them they work on everything. I'm assuming they don't know everything about one thing because they work on everything. When you go to a specialized shop, they know everything about that one thing. Okay, so be careful. Specialty shops are better. They just far and few. They very few of them because everybody has come to the conclusion where they need to know everything, and that helps. Uh, okay, I'm taking it. Can I use a quart of Lucas oil on my 5-cylinder? Sure you can, bro. Sure you can. I'm not one of those big additive guys. In fact, I'm not an additive guy at all. Now I will say this: none of those additives gonna stop the ticking if it's already ticking. Now, if you're trying to add this stuff to help prevent a ticking and create more lubrication, because a lot of people under the impression if I use this oil, it'll never happen. All right, a rocker arm is gonna fail whenever it feel like it, guys. No matter what's surrounding it, it's just one of those things. But you can't get rid of a tick with an additive. Okay, there's nothing mechanically secretive, magically, or magical about a liquid solution that will shut up a broken rocker arm. If it's broken, pouring that stuff in there not gonna magically put that rocker arm back together and take away your tick. You're gonna have to go in there and physically replace that broken valve train part. So please understand, adding Lucas and all that's not gonna stop a tick unless your tick is a result of a hydraulic lifter. Yes, hydraulic parts, yes, additives can help with that. But if you got broken parts, there's a difference between broken failed parts or hydraulically spongy parts. Yes, additives will help a lazy ass lifter. Okay, yes, it will pump it up. If it's pumped up, it's going to be strong, and that valve can push it down right, and it'll shut it up temporarily. But you're wasting your money if you're pouring that in there to get rid of a tick that's already there. Can I use them? Do I have to change the brakes on my bicycle? Sure, bro. Yes. Let me know, please. Yes, I would change. If the brake pads I wore, I would change brakes no matter what it is. Do you get scat packs with transmission problems? Yes, man. Scat pack likely equipped with the ZF 8HP transmission. All right. Depending on how many miles it is, you can potentially have problems with those. Okay. They're not off limit. 17 Dodge Caravan installed new trans last year. Front diff bearing needs replaced. I just had a new Mopar engine installed 2 weeks ago. 28,000 miles, 283,000 miles. My timing chain guys broke. Oh, that's what I'm saying about those. The timing chain didn't break. The guys break. They plastic. The part that rides up against the chain. So that plastic will wear out before your timing chain stretch or break. So yes, my recommendation: 150,000 miles. Get in there and replace the timing chain and those guys. Best motor to go in 5-speed S10. Best bang for your buck. Okay. It's 2000 Nissan with the blah blah blah. Maybe the timing chain have jumped 1 2. Very possible. Crankshaft. If that happened, could no checking. I told you. No, not no 2000 model, dude. There's nothing sophisticated about a computer or PCM controller, ECM, in a 2000 year model. So it doesn't have the capabilities to detect if the camshaft is not synced to the crankshaft. That's how you get that code. Timing chain is off or cam and crank misadjusted. Yeah, the computers didn't have that capability back then. So you probably never get a code, but your timing can be off. Right? Best way to check for timing being off is look at your engine vacuum. If it's low, you off. If it's 14 inches of vacuum, below sea level, you should be right around 20, 19, 18, 20. If you 12, your timing off. That's 2,000. I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. Everybody gone. So if I, oh, I didn't know I had all these comments, man. Was about to say the same thing about the hydro lifter, man. Do you get scat packs? Do you work on GMs? I work out of 4 shops, so whatever comes in the door at 3 of those shops, I gotta figure it out, okay? Whatever it is, but hey man, my RT was about to say about that. My RT shaking at high speeds, and when I go over bumps, it's fishing a lot. Do you think it's my axles? I feel the right front and back side. Uh, what? This is a RT. Listen, RT, obviously a rear-wheel drive car. So what transmit the torque or the movement from the engine to the differential? In between that is a long ass drive shaft. All right. In the middle of that drive shaft is a bushing. All right, that tends to wear out. So if I was you, I would definitely be looking at that drive shaft. All right, because you can't replace that bushing. I mean, you can't get a part. You got if you need a drive shaft, you got to get the whole complete drive shaft, and it's almost $1,000 at a dealership. So I would be looking at that as far as based off your complaint. Your drive shaft definitely could be questioned. We've been known to just grab them. If you're doing this, your bushing is shot, and that's causing all your problems. So look at that, man. If the tick goes away on a lifter, do you still have to fix it? Yeah, you can't fix a lifter. You can only replace a lifter. All right, there's no repairing a lifter. So if you got a lifter issues, they need to be replaced. Because if the tick goes away, eventually, additives are temporarily, guys. And additive, there's no magical. Yeah, but we gotta get out of the habit of thinking mechanics are in a bottle. No, you still need physical mechanics. With no, that's my YouTube patch. You still need physical mechanics that with tools. You know what I'm saying, to get your car fixed. You can't just buy it in a bottle. There's no mechanics in a bottle. I tried to get a job at a dealership working on cars when I was younger. The service manager wouldn't take a chance on me. I ended up getting involved. Oh man, that's too bad, bro. I'm sure you would have made Matthew. I'm sure you would have did good and made a great mechanic. Too bad that service manager, he missed out, bro. Sorry that happened to you. 2014 Chevy Silverado torque converter was, what is reasonable price? Hard to say, because whoever's selling you the torque converter gets to determine that fair market value. He may go off what is a OEM dealer converter cost and factor his price surrounding that. In my opinion, this was 2014. I'm going OEM anyway, so they prices are fixed and it start high, so it's already high in price. So it's hard to say what's a reasonable price. Hey man, my RT shaking. Yes, check that drive shaft, bro. Check that drive shaft that go to the rear. I still do ground up restoration. That's what's up, man. That is what's up. If I do my lifters on my Charger, do I do the timing chain too? What you got in your Charger? 5.7 Hemi? Do I do the lifters too? You don't. If you pull your timing chain cover, let me say it like this. A lot of guys are acting pre-active toward this Hemi tick. I don't know if this is a Hemi or Pentastar. They will take the heads off and do their lifters. Remember, guys, there's no reason to replace a camshaft unless it's damaged. All right, as far as the Hemi go, if you're not hearing ticking noise, it's okay to go in and upgrade those lifters so you will never get the ticking noise. If you put a set of lifters in a Hemi now, you likely will never generate the ticking noise because those lifters has been revised. All right. From my understanding, based off engineering speaking, they're what caused all the damage. When the needle bearings inside the roller bearing fall out, it will collapse. That way, when the cam lobes keep rotating, it just get chewed up. So the camshaft don't go bad. The camshaft become fail because the lifters fail. All right. So stop saying my camshaft went bad. Your camshaft is just a byproduct. You know, failure of another problem. All right. So yeah, it doesn't cause anything. It just get collateral damage. It get damaged because somebody else failed. Hey man, RTC. Yeah, bro. Neil, look at the damn what you call it, man. Damn. Just did an oil cooler. That's an oil cooler on a Magnum with a 3.5. That's in between the oil filter and the engine. I did a couple of those. You know what I replaced one of those for one time? The heater not working. That's right. Y'all know coolant go through there, right? So I think after the coolant leave that oil cooler, it goes to the heater core. All right. If you're not getting coolant flow to the heater core, your heater never's gonna work. I had one that beat me up one time. No heater. I think they pulled a dash and put a heater core in it. None of that matters if your heater core is not getting coolant, and the restriction was at that oil cooler. So those not too bad, bro. In fact, those are easy. Boxster has a fix for bad design and 2.6 top end premature failure. Oh, cool. I'm not hip. I don't know what you're talking about, but if my differential leak out all this oil, can that cause a shaking? No, it can cause your differential to lock up. How the hell you gonna ride around no lubrication in your differential and everything that's moving in a differential is freaking gears and bearings and things like that? Eventually something's gonna seize up. So you're not gonna get shaking, you're gonna get noise. There's no lubrication. So you might hear a whirling noise. Yeah, man. You check your drive shaft. And your engine mounts. Good engine mounts. Thank you very much for your information and time. Not a lot of people do what you do. When I turn the AC on, the engine shakes. When I'm going 50 miles per hour on my wheel driver's side, it's making a noise. Bro, anybody has Fiat made the Crocodile Jeep Ram warranty pay any better than it used to be? What was the reason I quit 10 years ago? Damn, Thomas Maddox. Thomas said he got out. They weren't paying worth the damn. They still ain't paying worth the damn. We just putting up with more crap. What's your thoughts on the J Series engine? Man, I didn't realize so many questions could be asked. I feel bad for you. It's cool, Lucas. Yeah, I'm getting ready to wrap this up anyway, man. If my lips are tick. So I don't even know where I'm at in the comment anymore. Oh my goodness, I'm all jacked up now. I don't know where I left off at. However, guys, I'm about to wrap this up. All right, I'm gonna do these last three. What can you say about Cataclean? Cataclean? Mopar for the win. Yes, JWC Tech. That's what's up, man. I have the code P030. Oh, you have 030 P030. That is 030. That's the even number. That means it's the odd side. Okay. That 030 is usually what? Bank 1. Anyway, Cataclean. I have no experience using any kind of cleaner to try to restore a cat converter. Here's the thing. That is something you can try. You know why? Because that is your vehicle. All right. If it doesn't fail, you're not going to be mad at yourself. Here's the reason why mechanics don't recommend that to customers, because there's a chance, a big chance, that it won't. You know, it's never going to fix it. All it can do is prolong the inevitable. So if you pour Cataclean in your engine and clean your converter up a little bit, enough for you to pass the mission, that's a win. But when you're in a shop that deal with customer want a fix, not a patch. So I never recommend Cataclean. If I do, it's still a customer that's want to try it themselves. Again, you have the luxury to try that on your own. Put it in your car and see what happens. We can't do that to customer cars. So I have no experience using that because to me it does nothing. All right. You have a CAT efficiency code. Your computer already tests your O2 sensors and verified that they're working as designed. So the efficiency of the CAT must be in question. Anytime I see that code, the car getting a CAT converter. All right. I'm not going to recommend 2 sensors and let's see what happens. Again, mechanics are under the impression or under the pressure to get cars diagnosed right the first time. My estimate going to always be a CAT converter and 2 O2 sensors, upstream and downstream. No question about it. That's just simple as that, because I am not getting burnt on that anymore. Oh my goodness, I don't know where I'm at now. Thank you, Jenny Saunders. Listen, guys, 17 years is as a professional mechanic, and people want to be told they don't want options. Hey, what you think? Jet, what do you think about 2017 Honda Accord? Honda Accord, anything Honda related, depending on the engine too. Now, fuel economy is always best on those little four-cylinder engines, but again, guys, I hear nothing but good things about Hondas, or the absence of bad things that I hear about those vehicles correlates into good things about those engines. Let me put it that way. I don't hear a lot of chatter about this car, blah blah blah. So yeah, if you got one or you just purchased one, you did good, bro. In my opinion, you made a good choice. You have a steering knuckle spreading too. Steering knuckle spreader too. I don't know what's in my toolbox anymore. I got a toolbox over there I had 2 decades. I don't forget. I have no idea, guy. I can't remember. Double tap. Yes, double tap. JWC Tech. Good point. Hey, guys, give the video a thumbs up. I got to go. I've been on 40 minutes. So, I got to wrap this up. Yeah, it's dark. As y'all can see, where we at? Yes. We are done. I'm getting ready to go. Matter of fact, let me turn this damn charger off. I got to unplug it. But, yes, nothing exciting going on in the shop. That damn engine right there still here. I was going to tow it out of here, but y'all know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the timing cover. Who's that just asking me about timing? I'm going to take the timing cover off of there and do I've already robbed this sucker already. You can see the camshaft missing. They right over there. But I took 2 phasers off of here to put on a customer car that a guy misdiagnosed. Guys, let me say this. Here's a customer old phasers. If you start your car up and you hear this diesel noise at the beginning of startup and it goes away real quick, there's a way. But I hate telling people there's a way to test these, because that test is not accurate. Now, if you who work on a lot of freaking Pentastars, if you got a cam phaser in question, typically you can put a wrench right here and try to rotate that. If that camshaft rotate independently of this cam phaser, the lock pin is broke and you need a phaser. The problem with this phaser is mechanics have become so spoiled to the point where they need a freaking check engine light on everything. Mechanics need a check engine light to tell them a cam phaser is bad. That's literally what they want the name to be. Mechanics they prone and used to being bailed out by the check engine light. And now that it don't happen, or it don't happen on this case because the cam phaser is technically not monitored, what is monitored is the movement of the camshaft via this right here, the cam sensor. Okay, y'all know this cam sensor sets in between both of these camshafts on both heads. It's a dual overhead cam engine. This cam sensor set right here and will read the position of both of these tone wheels. All right, so if one is giving out bad reading, let's say this is an intake camshaft, you may get a code for intake cam sensor circuit. The first thing people would do is replace this. No, bro, it could be your timing. All right, but I got some plans for this engine. I'm not gonna scrap it. In fact, that's a new head, so I'm getting the head off and keep it. But that's the plans for this. I got to get a table and get it on my table. I got a transmission on my table. I got an 8-speed on that table that I want to go through, tear it apart, go through with y'all, just for video's sake. Okay, some of that stuff interesting. I'm not suggesting you're gonna rebuild a transmission, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. Guys, I gotta go. This thing will be out of here Monday. Y'all remember this, right? Yeah. Finally be out of here Monday. Freaking Derman. Is that Derman? Yeah, you guys love that Derman stuff. Anyway, Derman is not my cup of tea. Guys, I don't know. Cartridge filter is top of engine, has no valves train. My car don't start when I turn the key. No click or nothing, but the battery still has power. AC works, radio works. You got some. I don't know what kind of car you got where you it is, but I mean, security problems will cause that. I mean, you leave out too much information when you just keep it that basic. How about a 2015 Jeep Renegade? What do you think about that SUV? Those are. So when somebody asks me what is the most reliable vehicle Jeep make, in my opinion, always point toward the vehicle that I see the most in the shop. Okay, the vehicle that I see the least in the shop. So I correlate that into the most reliable vehicle, but that can be misconstrued. Okay, that can be misconstrued because um, there's not a lot of those that were sold, so you're naturally not gonna get. You're not gonna see a lot in the shop because there wasn't a lot sold. As far as Charger, there was a gazillion of those sold. So yeah. In fact, what you say? You say Renegade, right? Yeah. Is this a Renegade? No, I don't think this is a Compass. It's not a Renegade. Uh, the Gladiator is the most. I thought I seen a Renegade in here. I guess not. Guys, I gotta go. I gotta wrap this up. I lost track of the comment section anyway. It's so crazy how the Hellcat is 10 years old. Dude, that is crazy. That joke, Jay. Time flies, bro. What would cause a C430 to shake at idle? Damn, I missed that comment. It strolled by too fast. Crank that motor to make sure that motor not locked up. What up, brother? Poppy Hobby, what's up, man? You can just call me out. Just about to sign off. 150 on my driver's side wheel, man. Motor mounts. Okay, guys. Yeah, that's my cue. Please give the video a thumbs up. Let me go see if there's anybody over here. And I don't know how this internet work over here, so if it start cutting out, check out and these clowns left this on. How do you turn this thing off? I don't know if this should be running overnight. Let me see who back here. Hey, what the hell y'all doing back here? Ooh. What am I looking at? Ooh, fancy. Turbo 6-cylinder. Oh, y'all be getting fancy back here. See, we don't get all the good stuff on. This guy got a ProMaster over here. Got down to the ProMaster.
Hey, I know they upgrade
On this?
different relay. It goes to the clutch.
AC clutch?
Yeah, but this one didn't come with one. Don't touch my Yankee.
I was finna say how he turns the clutch on. And this is not a tip-on, by the way. It's PDC, features regular fuse box.
That's what I'm saying. It's here on this one and it's there on that one, but they ain't come with one when they upgraded it.
Might just pull that mug out and put it in there.
I tried to switch over from like the real defogger to that one, but it like don't fit. It's still loose.
That was like cranked up.
It do got some brown spots on it.
Weird as hell.
Who fancy ass Jeep? Hey, they having fun back here, guys. Look at this nice, pretty. Oh. Hey, don't leave this fan on, man. These guys are reckless. Turn this damn fan off. Hey, who broke down and bought a welder? Who broke down and bought a welder? Oh, this Kirk. That's who? Oh, damn, he finally. Harbor Freight? Yeah, the Harbor Freight sell similar. Oh, he got the gas. He got the one that What's up, man? Do fuel cleaner actually work? Yes, it works. Depending on your goal, what are you trying to clean? Injectors or the fuel system? I don't have my glasses, guys. I left my glasses on the other side, so I can't hardly read these comments. In fact, I barely can see. These ProMasters are garbage. Damn, Jonathan. Sticking caliber is causing shaking on steering wheel. What's up? What's up, Evelyn Rodriguez? Help. What do you mean, help? What would cause a... And man, do you think the 5.7 Hemi would come back? It ain't going nowhere. Mark my word. Hey, y'all recognize this? This is the filter to a Nag 1 transmission. Why is this on the table and not on the car? It's beyond me. Maybe he ain't brought it and done it yet. Y'all recognize this car? What is that? Is that a Dodge Charger? It's like a Dodge Charger, but this is the diagnostic equipment we use to diagnose cars. The dongle. Hey, I got one of these. I never use it. It's too damn bulky. You can't get in tight spots with that. Y'all remember this? Did a video on the flashlight. This guy, they spend money. These young dudes, boy, they I want to see some. Oh no, this Icon. You a Harbor Freight junkie? That's Icon, bro. Damn, how long y'all here, man? I'm going out on this side there, so I'm gonna have to. Ooh, look at that nice, pretty Jeep. Ooh, this is beautiful. All right, I had enough. Ooh, look at that monster there. Y'all recognize that symbol, right? Yeah. I know some of y'all in the comments, that car's a piece of shit. All right, I'm live earlier, but I'm for real this time. See, everybody talk about it. Now see this. You're live? So did I go off live? When I went in the back, I think the internet cut off, guys. Yeah, I think the internet cut off when I went in the back. All right, so that's my cue to get out of here. I'm done, guys. That's all I have. Thanks for watching.